Be careful about how far you take AI use. They have this problem that is nicely called hallucination, but essentially what it is that AI lies. Before you look up another video that's going to give you a shortcut, remain aware that academic malpractice is something that universities take very seriously. You've entered the territory of false authorship. Let's talk about academic integrity in the era of AI. In the last couple of years, there's been a proliferation of different types of AI tools that help with a range of academic writing tasks, from providing simple summaries to actually writing an entire manuscript. Within this, we should remember that there are academic integrity rules that remain valid. And if you're not careful about how you use these tools, you could find yourself guilty of some of the more serious academic integrity issues. The changes that have been brought in by the use of AI that seem to have been favorable for most of the part are the ones that relate to plagiarism, especially the paraphrasing tools can mask the effect of plagiarism within a paper. So if you would take somebody else's work, whether that's from an academic article or an assignment that was produced before, and you will run it through a paraphrasing tool and will not give the due references, it can escape an expert eye. But if you will still do the paraphrasing and you will still attribute the rightful references, this takes the plagiarism away, but it doesn't resolve the issues that we are looking for when it comes to academic writing. This is a separate subject that I will address in another video where we talk about the relationship between critical thinking and AI tools. AI tools have also been helpful in terms of dealing with issues of poor academic practice, whereby a student is, for example, able to talk about different sources, but doesn't immediately attribute those sources in the claims that they make in a written text, but the sources are linked in the reference list. So this is called poor academic practice, because even though the reference list does contain the origin of the ideas being presented, the specific ideas that are linked to these specific sources are not made clear. So if, for example, you will use a paraphrasing tool or a summarizing tool and you know what summaries came for what particular type of work, you can easily resolve this issue, and then that goes away. Collusion is another serious academic offense whereby groups of people can get an unfair academic advantage by working together to try to produce a better piece of work than they would otherwise achieve working by themselves. And the era of AI means that for most of the part, people can work by themselves and they can produce individual work and gain that unfair advantage without working with other people. But it also happens that some of these tools will reproduce exactly the same solution when it is fed the same type of prompts. So in this case, even though you do escape collusion, you fall into the trap of what we call false authorship, which now becomes the biggest issue with academic integrity. So false authorship essentially is when you take work from someplace else that is written by someone else or something else, and you pass it off as your own. So in the era of AI, it means that AI essentially does your work. There's another special case of false authorship where a student, for example, sends their work to an assignment mill. So somebody else generates that work and the students pass it off as their own. But increasingly, because assignment mills are big business, they are the biggest winners when it comes to AI use. It happens a lot that the assignment mills actually use AI to generate the assignments. And so you have actually multiple offenses occurring within one, that the work is outsourced to an assignment mill uses AI. So you have a long chain of people or parties involved in this false authorship case. So while a lot of universities do encourage the use of artificial intelligence tools and they provide guidance on what constitutes responsible use of AI, most of them, if not all of them, will draw the line when it comes to authorship. At the end of the day, you should be the original author of your own work, and you should be able to demonstrate that the bulk of the work was generated by yourself. So this means that anytime you ask an AI tool to write your literature review or write up a draft for you for a particular piece of work, you've entered the territory of false authorship. And because the thinking is in the writing, then questions arise in terms of whether you have been developing your critical thinking skills, whether you have applied your mind at all in the process. So false authorship is now the biggest issue that is linked to academic integrity in this modern era. Be careful about how far you take AI use when it comes to the generation of your work. There are some other issues that come with the use of AI that are relatively new. Maybe not really new. We have known them before, but they just got worse. One of the big things with a lot of the AI tools that are out there, especially the free ones, is that they have this problem that is nicely called hallucination. But essentially what it is that AI lies. It makes up references that do not exist, and sometimes it makes them look real. So it can, for example, name a famous author in a given field and claim that they wrote an article that doesn't exist. I think the takeaway message from all of this is that before you engage in the use of any AI tool, before you look up another video that's going to give you a shortcut in terms of the writing that you're going to do, just make sure that you understand the different ways in which the use of AI tools can compromise the academic integrity of your work, and remain aware that academic malpractice is something that universities take very seriously. This is linked to their reputation. Every time a student graduates and they're given a certificate, what it says is that the student has gone through a process that has led to a transformation that implies that they're going to go on and be a problem solver for the rest of their lives. It also means that they have mastered certain types of learning and skills that can only come with the involved processes in the traditional writing as we know it. So make sure that you're not bypassing those processes or outsourcing, for example, your critical thinking through the use of AI tools. I'm going to make a separate video on the relationship between critical thinking and the use of AI tools. But for now, just make sure that you are not compromising yourself when it comes to academic misconduct and the overuse or over-reliance on AI tools. Happy writing. How did that sound? Cute. Oh, I guess.